see the front but talking back ends.
Welcome back, guys, on my YouTube channel. I thought this weekend I could do a little cool video because this morning I woke up and there is a race at one of my local tracks where I do sometimes testing, and I decided last minute tomorrow to go and race. Only problem is I don't know if they will let me race because the entries have already closed since 1 week. So we will discover tomorrow morning if they will let me race. I didn't have a bike because unfortunately my Yamaha YZ 450F 2021 model is not here yet. So I had to fetch one bike. I managed to get a hold of this CRF on which I have been doing some testing. And now I'll prepare it for tomorrow's race. I'll show you what I will bring, and we will go like full privateer. It's gonna be just me, myself and I going to the race and see what we can do racing in the amateur class. But we have several things to do. First of which, I need to change the oil. So now I'll move on to putting new oil in the bike. I did a complete check, everything is fine. I have with me a set of spare brake pads, and we'll see if we have to change them tomorrow. Then I have here my grandmother's tape because I don't have any numbers. So I'll figure out how to do it, but I'm guessing find a nice font, print them, and then put some tape, you know, some transparent tape, and I'll take measurements with this, which is always super useful, as you saw in my video of the DIY rally kit tower. Now let's move on to preparing the bike. I'll have to change the oil, lube the chain, and lube the air filter, put everything back together, and then we'll load the van. Now that we've loaded the CRF with some good 1060 Motorex oil, it's time to start taking the measurements of the side number plates so that we can print our numbers to race tomorrow. So I'll print 2 numbers because I don't know if they let me race, and in case they let me race, if anyone is using either the number 11 or the number 100. We'll do a number approximately 20 centimeters by 11. 20 centimeters by 11. Now on to designing the number for tomorrow. So number 11 and number 100. I am on dafont.com. If you never visited this website, it's a website where you can download for free loads of fonts. Then on my other screen I have Photoshop, because then I'll import the font, see how it goes on Photoshop, and then print it and check it on the bike. I like to go on modern style. I want some racing style, so click modern. And here on the font you can go and see, let me show you. If you click on one font, then you can see all the characters, but also you can do immediately the preview. So I'll enter here the number 100 and go with big, and here it shows my number. Now I'll go through a few of these and then show you my final decision. Ate some cookies, got the inspiration, and I think I'll go with this number. My printer is not a color printer, so it's gonna be black and white. So I put some gray and then I'm gonna cut it. So now we'll try and print it. Should make it taller for the front number plate, but let's see here if it can fit. Can fit, but I can make it higher. 10 p.m. and I just finished setting up the bike. We installed the numbers, paper with transparent scotch, so perfect job. They almost look serious. Bike is ready, and now we'll roll it on the van, because tomorrow super early wake up. I need to go at 6 a.m. Need to be at the track at 7 a.m. and see if they will let me enter the race, and let's cross fingers. 5:42 a.m. and we are ready to go. Got the perfect spot for parking, because here I have the starting grid, which means I won't have to put a lot of effort to get to the start line. We had pre-practice. I was feeling good. Then we had qualifications. Didn't go so well. I ended up 16th in the amateur class. We are 40 riders, 39 riders, so full gate. And I'll quickly show you what I brought with me. Pro level. I have 2 sets of gear, few pliers, fridge with chocolate and Coke, then toolbox, and that's it. Now half an hour till we start the first moto, and I'm starting to be a bit tense, because here it's very important to start well. But I won't, I'll just see how the gate drops and how I'm immediately out of the gate. If I see I'm not, in the first positions, I'll just let everyone go, because I'm taking this race as just a training and to have some fun. It's been almost 1 year since the last race I've done, so looking forward to it. And we are off. I got the whole shot, as you can see. Really poor start. Like, everyone has come in front of me. There's a small crash in the first turn, and I lose even other positions. My idea is now to try and catch up as much as possible in the first laps, because there is quite chaos, so I should have the chance to sneak inside, but I actually almost lose some other positions. There's one crash this turn. I managed to overtake 2 guys. Now I'm gonna tackle this guy with the Aprilia jacket. He tried to close me, but I managed to find a small lip where to get inside. Guy with the Kawasaki overtakes me on the outside. I tried to overtake the Yamaha guy on the inside, but don't manage. This was the turn I was doing worse in all the track. In fact, one other guy overtakes me. But let's see, I managed to get in front of the other Honda guy. This turn is pretty tricky. Very slippery. In fact, the 286 almost crashes. Down the hill, I go all external and go full throttle until the end. Manage to overtake the Yamaha guy, off for the jump. Here, I wait and decide at the last second to go inside to try and overtake, but don't have enough speed, but I'm close. I'm pumped because I really want to catch up as much as possible in these first laps before, all the group gets spread onto the track. Here was one section where I would catch up a lot on guys. I would go all external, go up, go external here, and then cross the lines. In fact, I managed to overtake the Kawasaki guy. I could have attempted here to pass, but would have been a bit risky. On this turn, I would try and be as close as possible to the internal, very slippery, and get in front of those 2 guys. Here I go for the outside line. Every time I was thinking, should I go inside, outside, and I would decide at the last second based on the guys in front of me. This turn, I would overtake every lap guys, going internal and then again internal, because it's 2 right-hand turns, then a left, and jump downhill. This turn, you could see I would lose momentum. The guy in front goes away, but I catch a bit on this straight with these jumps, because here I would keep going full throttle until the turn. This tabletop, some riders wouldn't close it. I would close it, so here I get the chance to go inside. Guy on the Husqvarna with the yellow gear almost crashes into me. Now I go here on the outside. He almost crashes into me again, but I managed to overtake him. Here I go for the internal line to catch up some meters, and in front of me I can almost see the front of the pack.
So I'm getting excited. Now on left, jump, guy almost crashes, and this is the chance for me to get inside. Up here I try to cross the lines, but the guys in front are too far off. Get the inside line on the turn. And next turn I will try and always keep it as inside as possible, because it was super slippery and many riders would go external losing time. I closed the double. I could have passed the 846, but would have mean taking risks. So I tried this inside the line, but didn't carry enough momentum going uphill. This is my turn, and again I make an overtake, and let's see if I manage to overtake even this guy. I go internal. I could potentially have blocked his line, but I was scared of him crashing into me, so I let him pass. We go down the hill and up, and here I lose a bit of meters, but he then makes a mistake at the top. We both catch up with the group now, and we are ready for the downhill tabletop. I jump it, almost close it, he almost closed it, but there's a bit of chaos and I managed to overtake him on the outside. Now down the hill, and I'll try and go all internal, get inside the line, and I managed to pass one guy, not the other one, and here the guy in front of me decides last minute to go external. I go internal, and there I go. It's time for number 5 for my attack. I'll try up here, but I'm too far away. So I try and get some momentum on the jump. I go all external again on the outside line because there weren't many bumps. Everyone was going pretty central. Cross the lines with the 656. Someone shouting. Don't think they were shouting at me. Double, and I over jump it. In fact, you see my suspension go all down and I end on the outside the line. Luckily, nothing too bad. Guy Zanotto makes a mistake. Overtake him in the inside. I don't close him because I wanted, to ride, overtake people, but doing very clear passes. In fact, you see here, I let him back inside. So I really didn't want to end up in contact, in physical contact with any rider, because I'm here to have fun. Obviously, not here only to have fun, but also to try to win, even though my expectation was a bit different. Down the hill, guy on the Yamaha doesn't close the jump. I also don't, but I managed to get inside. You can see how slippery the track was in that section. Now I want to overtake these two guys and go inside the line and crash. And it's over. All the overtakes I did, done for nothing for this small mistake, because you can see there were many rocks, many stones on the ground. I lose too much time taking my bike back up, but I managed not to stall it, so get back. Only problem is dirt got into my goggles, so I couldn't see, and into my eyes, and I have to stop. I have to stop to take off my goggles and clear my eyes, so I lose a lot of time and end up at this point. When I start over again, I am in a 32nd position. So with only 2.5 laps to go, and I'll try and catch up as much as possible in the next 2.5 laps, but manage to only make it up to the 25th position. Second moto, I choose a gate more on the outside. My start isn't great, even though it's a bit better than Moto 1. I go all external. Some people overtake me inside, but I'm around 20th of position. One guy crashes, and here, unfortunately, I lose a bit of time because I try to go inside. Some people overtake me, and I must be something like, 20th position. Here, I overtake so many guys going inside, even though I didn't carry much momentum going uphill, so some people overtake me again. This is the turn where I would always go on the inside line, so that I would find myself inside also on this right-hand turn. We go left, jump down the hill. Here I go all external, And I realized by overtaking this guy that that line that I chose would make me go much faster up the hill. So I'll use it again in the next laps. Down the hill, I close the jump. The guy doesn't close it, so I overtake him. Here, as always, super slippery. Now the track is pretty banged up. You saw the fender on the right that was trying to overtake me, but I go all full throttle down the hill and get in front of the Yamaha guy. Now there's a small gap. I go on the inside the line, won't manage to overtake him, but get almost next to the Yamaha guy, and here I overtake him. Now up the hill, you can see the track is pretty destroyed, lots of bumps, some ruts, was really hard physically. I go all external, almost get in front of the Suzuki guy, try to change line going here, but he closes on me. So I try overtake him outside, but he sees me and he tries almost to block past me against the fence. Here I keep my line super inside, go full throttle down the hill before the double and manage to overtake him. Now a bit of chaos here, so I decide the last second to go outside and manage to get in front of that Husqvarna. Now here, you know, it's my line. I overtake two guys in this section, like in the first moto. Here I could attempt an overtake, but I lose a bit of time going external. But here I get once again the outside the line going uphill, and in this small spot I managed to get in front also of the Honda guy. Now only one guy in front of me, because the first two riders have gained some time on us. Here you hear me shout, so he gets scared and lets me pass. I go down the hill full throttle, and you can see that the riders, the first two riders, are pretty far off. I'm around 10 seconds or more from them. So next laps I will just keep on pushing, hoping I manage to catch up with them to try and attempt to pass them and maybe try and win the race. Third lap starts, and this will be my fastest lap, and it will be the fastest lap of the race. I managed to get a 1:55. I can't see the guys. You see they're already going uphill. I still need to close the double, go downhill and go up the turn. But I'm motivated. From first moto I was really disappointed. I couldn't end the day with another disappointing moto. So even though my body isn't perfectly fit, because I gained some weight over the last weeks, I tried to push, and already I'm slightly seeing them very slightly closer than before, because I see them now going down the hill. I finally start seeing the top two riders in my sight. I see that the rider in second place has lost some distance from the first, because before I could see far away that they were battling for first position. This will mean I will have to get as quick as possible near the guy in second place, overtake him, and then try and attempt and fill in the gap with the rider in first. I'm getting closer and closer, and I think the guy in front of me is seeing me getting closer, because I see he's making some small mistakes, and this is giving me the chance to catch up so much time on him in this lap. You see down the hill I almost got behind him. Now there is a lapper. He doesn't lose time, I don't lose time either to overtake him, but I'm close. I guess next lap I should be able to get behind his wheel. I get up the hill, turn, and notice, unfortunately, that this is the last lap. Only one lap to go. I'm not close enough in order to try and overtake him, but in this track, it's a pretty long track, so I might manage to attempt before the finish an attack. At this point, I'm having arm pump, but I'm, giving it everything. This turn, I would gain on every rider. Down the hill, I go full throttle, get the inside line to try and get as many meters as possible, and I see him in front of me. Here, I try again the outside line that helped me overtake lots of riders, I'm behind him. Now I'm starting already to put pressure on him. I see him. I can't wait for him to make a small mistake. Here he doesn't close perfectly the jump, and I get right behind him on this slippery turn. I see he's tired, like, man, I want to eat his wheel. I go full, I don't close. Manage to close him on this turn and get in front. Now I have less than half the track to get to first place. Get the inside line, trying to cut as many meters as possible so that I can gain time on him. I see he's tired. I see how he's riding. He has no more power in his arms. So let's try. We're almost at the last turn. My last attempt can be only up this hill. I try go full, but no chance. Still too far off, and I finished the race 1 second behind the winner. Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments if you want me to bring you more videos like this of races, because I have another motocross race in 2 weeks. So if you tell me in the comments you want another video like this with the commentary and everything and the onboard footage, I'll do it in 2 weeks. I enjoyed watching again my performance from this weekend. I wanted to win, but you know, the first moto didn't go so well. Be sure to follow me on Instagram if you want to see live footage from when I'm at races. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!